Aren't you terrified? It's an honest question. I'm not speaking to Jewish people right now, but aren't you a non-Jewish person living in London or in Europe, in the States, aren't you terrified at what you're seeing that's going on right now in your towns, in your cities, in your states, that there are throngs, mobs of people, like look at London, what happened on the weekend, like that are walking in your streets, and these are people who have not once really condemned the beyond atrocious things that happened on October the 7th with the massacre, the brutal slaughter, rape, beheading, hacking, burning people alive of innocent, almost 1,500 innocent civilians, and the kidnapping of over 200. No real noise about that. But then you see them coming out in the street saying free, free Palestine, and that what Israel is doing is committing a genocide. Now, if you're sound of mind and moral fiber, then I think that you know what's really happening is that these people are being fed a certain narrative, and they're turning something which has nothing to do with the Israel-Palestine conflict or land dispute into Jew hatred. And they're marching in the streets. This has got nothing to do with Israel and Palestine, and everything to do with, let's not even mention the people who were massacred that started all of this, but let's just march in the streets and blame Israel and the Jews for everything. Let's tear down posters of babies in the streets of your cities who were kidnapped by Hamas, who are right now kidnapped by Hamas, and let's tear those down. Let's tell Israel that we should have a ceasefire right now, and not tell Hamas that they should release the hostages, and not condemn Hamas. It would be great to see a few 100,000 people marching in the streets instead of demonizing Israel and the retaliation for what Hamas did. It would be great to see a few 100,000 people marching and saying what Hamas did is really, really fucked up, and we're not standing for it. But that's not happening. And my question is, aren't you terrified? Are you scared? Do you realize what's going on, or do you not? Because it takes courage and bravery and moral clarity to stand up to that. Literally, to stand up to that. And it's not happening. Maybe I'm alienating people by saying this, because I'm certainly not coming out to shame anyone, but I really don't understand. What's the choice here? Are you with those crazy throngs of people who are marching and saying, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, when fucking hell, man, I want Palestine to be free, but not from Israel, because Israel doesn't control Gaza. I want Palestine to be free from Hamas, so regular Palestinians can live in peace side by side with us, but not instead of us, because a lot of these people are saying instead of us. And that's the Jew hatred. This is the Jewish state. It's not going anywhere. You know it's not going anywhere. No amount of demonstrations are going to make Israel go away. There are 9 million people here. We're not going away. Jewish people are not going away. So where's the condemnation against these people who haven't spoken out against the atrocities that they committed, Hamas, instead of the justification? There's no buts. There's no, wow, yeah, they did this, but I understand them, but I can, empathize with them, but what about the occupation? There's no but for beheading people, raping women, slicing open bellies of women, and ripping out their babies and then shooting them, beheading babies, burning families alive, and not one or two instances, almost 1,500 people and over 200 hostages. There's no but. There should be demonstrations everywhere against that. But instead, in these cities, I see people walking around saying free Palestine. And that seems to be okay with everyone. It's not okay. You can say something about it. You shouldn't be afraid. And to anyone here who's going to respond and kind of like hate on Israel and hate on the Jewish people and say Israel is committing a genocide, just fuck off, okay? Because you're idiots. Genocide happens when a population is being murdered. Genocide is not when you start off in like 1948 with 150,000 Palestinians, and in our country, it's now 2 million. Okay, the trajectory of birth has gone up. That's the opposite of a genocide. Genocide is kind of like the behavior of what Hamas did. Genocide is what would happen if we just let this continue and don't take action against Hamas, who are, by the way, hiding behind their civilians. Who, by the way, when Israel and the IDF is saying to the residents of Gaza, go south, which they can do, it is possible to get people to go south. It is possible, but Hamas is not letting them. Where's the condemnation against the Hamas who has built a massive underground infrastructure beneath hospitals and schools? Where are the hundreds of thousands of people demonstrating against them? In your cities, in your towns, in your countries. I don't understand. I kind of understand. They've done an amazing job of miseducating people. And I think Israel and the Jewish people haven't done such a good job. But it does make sense when you think that there are only 16 million Jews in the world. 16 million Jews in the world. And around 2 billion Muslim voices that can be amplified because, they're speaking up for their own, even if they're being miseducated. I'm just worried about the world. I don't understand. Maybe someone can tell me. And if you're a hater, fuck off.